Hey, we're back on TYT Sports. Francis, Maxwell, Jason here. A hell of a weekend from everything, from McGregor Mayweather to the Big Three to Arsenal. We'll get to all of that later. To Kyrie Irving, the summer sports headlines do not stop. They realize the World Cup's next year. They realize that we have no time for any of this stuff next year. Like, so all of it's happening now. Understandably. Francis, the McGregor Mayweather memes. Look, there was more memes and tweets about this fight. I'm sure it was amongst one of the highest tweeted sporting events in history. I think it lived up to expectations. We're gonna do a separate clip a little bit more on the punches thrown and landed in more context compared to Canelo and Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. But I have 5. I took 5. Look, there's a million of them. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
You New York just what do you want to do here?
What do you want me to do here? So I got 5. I thought they were 5 of the best. McGregor announced he'll face tennis legend Roger Federer in September, Tour de France. When the light comes out of the club and the bouncer tells you it's time to leave.
Love that.
Francis, I took yours.
I love this one. This one's great.
God, man.
The internet, undefeated, man.
You give the internet 2 minutes.
This is great as well. Simpsons did it again.
By the way, but Homer Simpson won that fight.
I know.
Because he got tired.
Yeah, he got tired. It's the opposite
But I guess
technique.
It was pretty much.
I think we got a big problem tonight with the 3 hours.
You know, McGregor, well, the first guy looking at him, I believe, is Coach Kavanaugh, but McGregor didn't have one boxing trainer in his corner. Yeah. Which some people said was a mistake. I think it was fine. I mean, what do you want in that specific instance? You've come to that point in the fight. You know, Mayweather Sr. has been in Floyd's corner for like the first third of his career, then the middle third he missed, and then the last third of his career. I don't think there's all that much that can be adjusted telling Conor McGregor in round 7 heading into round 8 or whichever. Like after round 9, it was very much just don't die in there. Yeah. Come on, you got to just keep hanging on. Can you draw it out to a decision? How much do you have left in the tank? But at least in the meme sense of it, they did kind of look like bartenders. Yeah, they did. I'm a big fan of the vests, but when you wear a vest, you always are going to run the risk of being considered a bartender, especially when you roll the sleeves up, you know, because no bartender wants to get anything on their arms. Oh, they could look like, I don't know, say a casino worker, Jason? Or does that bring back horrible memories? I know Jason tweeted me a threat. He threatened a dealer. Oh, I know. I sent it to you in your DMs, in your Instagram DMs. What was her name? You were coming after her. Her name is Cindy. Jason said, if Cindy keeps hitting me with 21s, I'm going to kill her. It was the most remarkable thing I've ever seen, even at a blackjack table. So, especially in of all places in Las Vegas. You think you've seen everything when you gamble, right? You think you've seen it all. After that happened, I was like, McGregor's going to win this fight. I was so convinced that this is the most ridiculous thing. I've seen blackjack dealers flip 21 all the time when you hit a blackjack, so you push, which is also evil, right? So they flip over underneath. They're like, you want insurance? No, fuck off. And they flip it off. And literally, you can go. This was even more remarkable because, like, if you play by the book blackjack, she's showing like a 4, 5, or 6. So you're set. You have a 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 underneath your hand. You're good. Like, most likely she's gonna bust. Most of the time, that's the case. Every single time on 4 through 6. She'd flip over like a 9, have like 13, and then an 8. She would hit the 21, and then she would do it again, and then she would hit the 21 again, and she'd do it again and again and again and again, until I said some really awful things. Waited there until the cocktail waitress came around twice, and I said, I'll take 2 beers and 2 shots, thank you. And then I waited, I wouldn't gamble on her table until they brought me the drinks and then gave the rest of my money I had at that moment to the cocktail waitress and told Cindy, good day. Bye-bye, Cindy. That's the story. We ended up fine. Hey, if anybody's worried, but you can Venmo me if you want.
Yeah, if you're worried about
if you're looking to Venmo the fun.
They would be. But regardless, I mean, that's just it sounded like it was a fun weekend in Vegas from what I think people were questioning. Some people were sending me messages saying, why were you not down there with Jason? I think it was good that we had both one person on the ground being a more responsible person, and I couldn't go, so then we sent Jason instead to make sure.
Which is hilarious because why am I the more responsible person in this case? Like in any history of us going to Vegas.
Yeah, but I think the live stream and everything worked great. We had people on the ground and we had people watching. I had a good watch party, and I'll admit it as well, I had some choice words for the referee that in the midst of the fight, for some reason, with a few Coronas in my system and a few whiskeys, I thought that the fight was stopped too early. And then when I woke up in the morning and I watched the fight, I went, oh, they didn't want him to die.
I read that 2 fans snuck in to the fight. They somehow got in through some emergency exit, which I was immediately talking to my friends. I'm like, what if we just like scale across like the back of the building?
Did on the video, man.
Yeah, so we did, and they sat in like $25,000 ringside seats. And I see that report. I go, man, Francis is here. Wow,
that is what happened the last time.
He would do this.
Well, that fight was Eddie Alvarez fight, and that was our funny story when Jason was watching it from the sky view. I know it was a great seat we had, but I don't know. I just was.
It's the Garden does the press box up top, like not the box. It's like a bridge. It's.
It was if you suffer from vertigo, it's a little bit.
You're up there.
You're up there. So I obviously get caught up in the situation at that point, and I saw all the Irish fans starting a sing along, and I just looked at Jason and went, I had to join in it. And the next minute, I'm 5 rows behind Hugh Jackman, who was sitting right at the very front, and a nice, rich, older New York lady had a spare seat. Remember when I told you the usher came around and was like, can everyone take their seats? And I was like, I'm done. She's like, no one's been sitting here the whole time. I love you, lady, and your mink scarf or whatever you have on.
And that's how Francis got married.
That's how I got my green card. It's a great story.
I wasn't gonna say it, but hey, he does.
It's a great story.
Send us your favorite memes. There's a reason why there's no crying Jordans in this one. There were so many that I might have to do a clip tomorrow on the best crying Jordan memes.
So just
nothing better than the FU suit with crying Jordans in between every single letter. Every letter.
That's a lot of time.
I know. All of Ireland turned into a crying Jordan. Look, man, McGregor just walked away with $100 million. I don't really know.
There's no one crying now.
I don't know if anyone's really crying. So, hey, comment below. Let us know.